Hello children, hope you're fine. This is Radha, your English teacher. Yes, in today's class we're going to talk about a very nice poem which talks about our life. It is relevant to our life. It connects like how do we choose one option? We have many options in our life, but we cannot choose all of them. We have to choose only one. But how do we choose? We have to think of that, right? So here the poet Robert Lee Frost has described a poem related to our life decision. Okay, so he was born in the year 1874 and he expired in 1963 in USA. He was born and he was dead in USA. He was an American poet, very popular and respected poet of the 20th century. Okay, so I repeat, the poem is written by Robert Lee Frost. He was a very famous and a popular poet in the 20th century. So before we start the poem, children, let us understand the hard meaning of the vocabulary words. Diverged, went in different direction. Diverged, went in different direction. The second one, undergrowth, dense growth of trees. Dense growth of trees. Yellow wood, the forest is full of yellow colored leaves in autumn. Yeah, the meaning of yellow wood is the forest is full of yellow colored leaves in autumn. Okay, children? Trodden, crushed by feet. Trodden, crushed by feet. Wanted wear, not damage. Here in the poem, the word wanted wear is described. It means which is not damage. Had own. Damage by use. It is damage by use. These are the words and their meaning. So now let us understand the poem. The road not taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had owned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that had made all the difference. By Robert Frost. Yes, now we shall understand the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow woods, and sorry, I could not travel both. Now, here, as I told you, the poem correlates this to our life where he meets two roads and he is confused to which road should I take a path. Generally, when you're walking on the road, there will be two directions. If you know the way, you will go. But if you don't know the way, you will be standing and you will be puzzled. In the same way, here, even in our life, taking the decision, we have to study that or we have to study this, you have to take a right decision. In the same way, here the poet is confused, looking at two paths, which side to go. Now here he is in a jungle or he's in a forest. He comes across the two roads with the yellow wood. It means because yellow wood, as I have told you, the forest is full of yellow colored leaves because of the autumn season. And sorry, I could not travel both. How can a person travel on the same, how can a person travel on the same road twice? Yeah. How can you travel on the same road simultaneously? You cannot travel. That is, you cannot walk on the same path at the same time. You can only choose one path, right? So here he says, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now here the poet is standing in the road and he just sees how far can I see the road. So he's able to see how far he could see and he says, okay, let me go in this road. And in the same way, even towards the other side, he sees how far can I see the road. He tries to see it and he finds, okay, I'll go in this path. So now he started to move in one path, right? Then took the other as just as fair. Just like that, he went on the other road. He could not go on the both the roads, so he took one path. And having perhaps the better claim, it means he felt that, okay, this road would be better for me. He went. Because it was grassy and wandered where, as I told you the meaning of wandered where, which is not damaged. He finds the road, he sees the roads, he peeps the road undergrowth. He feels, okay, this side is a little better. So he started to move. And then he says that I went into the path because I feel the road is not damaged. The grasses are not damaged. Though as far the passing here there had owned them really about the same. So as he was passing on and on, he did not find any damaged grass or the damaged road. But as he was going internal, he found the had own means damaged. He found the grass damaged because of people stamping the grass and walking. So why did he choose this way? Initially when he peeped or initially when he saw, he found that this road is better, right? So when he went to the path, as he was going on and on, he found the damaged grass there, right? So that is what he says here. And both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. So now here he says, as I was going in the morning equally, what had happened? The grass has turned into black because of the usage it had used. Many people walking on the grass has turned into black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Now he says, I did not go towards the other path as I have kept it to go on the other day. That is why I came here for this day, and the other path I will go for the other day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. So here he says, yeah, there are many chances, there are many options in our life to be selected, but we have to select the right one. So once if we get into the path, we will not be able to come back. So better choose the right path, he says. I doubted if I should ever come back. Now, as he went so far, it means here the poet is relating to the life of a human. So once if you have selected your career means you have selected to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, to become a teacher. So once if you step into the first, you cannot come back. So decide before you take a decision. Yeah, you have to make up your mind. Yes, I am going to study this. I am going to do this. Only then you fall into the first step. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Now here he says, now sigh here means taking or leaving a long breath. This is the meaning of sigh. Now here he says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Take a good option. There are many options, but choose the right one. Somewhere ages and ages. Hence means he says, once if you have selected the right choice, as a result, you will be successful. But if you choose a wrong option or if you choose a wrong direction, as a result, you will be feeling bad for that, he says. Again, he comes up to the first stanza. Two roads diverged in a wood. He says, there are many options. We have to choose the perfect one. But once if you have chosen, you cannot come back. And I took the one less traveled by. And he again says, I saw the path which was not traveled by the others. I felt it is fresh and clean and better, so I went into this path. And that has made all the difference. So he says, since I have chosen this path, it has made my life different. This is the poem, children. I hope you have understood the poem. Here he says, we have to choose. We have to think and choose and go in a right path. Is that clear? Children, before I could end up the lesson, the poem, I'll just read out once again the meaning. Yeah? Diverged, went in different direction. It means the different path. Undergrowth, the dense growth of the tree. So he was standing and he was seeing how far I can see the road so that he can move on. Yellow wood, the forest is full of yellow leaves because of the autumn season. Here, trodden, crushed by feet. As they are walking on the grasses, because of the usage, the grass have turned into black. Wanted where? It is not damaged. Had own, it is damaged by use. Okay, children, I hope you understood the poem. Thank you.